Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Andrew and welcome back to Sports but Casually. And welcome back to my weekly NBA news and update series everybody. So as you could have tell, I didn't upload last week because with the big break All-Star weekend had, I think it was from Friday to Tuesday, and they only had 2 games on Wednesday. I decided to kind of combine week 11 and week 12. So you're getting a 2-for-1 episode special today, so yay, or whatever. So a couple of things before we start. First, I've never thought I'd be saying this sentence, but I've made a TikTok. I made a TikTok. I basically just talk about news that breaks in the NBA or the NFL, and if I don't want to make a YouTube video about it, I just go over and talk about it there. It's okay so far, so if you want to go check that out, I shall leave the link in the description below. And also, next weekend for week 13, I will not be posting something. I'm not sure if I'll combine week 13 and week 14 or just skip out week 13 entirely. I'll be gone for the weekend, and by the time I sit down, film and edit, it'll be like what, Wednesday into Thursday, so it'll make no sense for me personally. I might decide to combine week 13 and 14 like how I did with this one, but we'll see. But without any further ado, let's get into week 11 and week 12's big headlines. First off, on March 1st, the Atlanta Hawks fired their head coach, Lord Pierce. He has been with them since the 2018-19 season, and they promoted Nate McMillan, who was the former head coach of the Indiana Pacers, to be their new interim head coach. On March 5th, Utah Jazz guard Mike Conley was named an injury replacement for the All-Star game, marking his first appearance in a long NBA career of being snubbed from the All-Star game. He replaced the injury replacement of Devin Booker, so he was the injury replacement. It's kind of funny. This marks the first time the Jazz had 3 players in the All-Star game since 1989. On March 7th, 76ers star duo Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons had to pull out of the All-Star game. This was due to contact tracing, as they've been exposed to a barber recently who tested positive for you-know-what. Thankfully, this was before they came to Atlanta, so they did not expose any of their All-Star teammates or anybody who was in attendance. But from that big situation, it did also mean that Zion Williamson had to replace Joel Embiid as a starter for Team Durant, which made Zion the 4th youngest All-Star starter ever. So, congrats, I guess? On March 9th, videos surfaced of Heat center Myers Leonard using an anti-Semitic slur during a live stream. Because of what he said, his gaming sponsorships have been pulled, he has left the team indefinitely, and the NBA has fined him $50,000 and a 1-week suspension from the league activities. And on March the 11th, the greatest point guard to ever live, Kyle Lowry, passed Chris Bosh for 2nd all-time on the Toronto Raptors scoring leaders list. I mean, what can't this guy do? I mean, you know, it comes in the middle of a 4-game losing streak, and also in the middle of countless trade rumors of him being moved from Toronto. Well, I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking yet. And now it's time for my one interesting thing. On March 7th, Giannis became the first player in NBA history to shoot 100% from the field on 10 or more shot attempts in the All-Star game. Well, now it's time to move on to my Players of the Week. Well, I guess it's Players of the Weeks. Starting, of course, with the Eastern Conference. And for the last 2 weeks, I'm going to give it to Jimmy Butler of the Miami Heat. Butler is the heart and soul of this team, and it's easy to see why. His ability to orchestrate the offense, take over when he needs to, as well as do all the little things on defense is truly remarkable. In the 3 games he played this week, he averaged 28 points, just above 9 assists, almost 5 rebounds, and more than 3 steals a game, while shooting 58% from the field. Although what is concerning is about his 29% from 3 on barely any attempts. I don't know why all of a sudden he's become such a horrible 3-point shooter, but I hope he can turn it around to league average shortly. Moving on to the Western Conference, and it was a toss-up between Nikola Jokic and Devin Booker. But after much thought, I'm going to give it to the Joker, Nikola Jokic of the Nuggets.
Jokic has been on a mission to further cement himself in the MVP race. In the 5 games he played this week, he averaged 30 points, almost 12 rebounds, a little above 9 assists and 1 steal a game, shooting 57% from the field and 33% from 3 on about 3 attempts per game.
Now it's time for my Rookies of the Weeks, starting as always with the Eastern Conference. And as much as I wanted to try to give it to another player who I was going to give it to Peyton Pritchard, but just seeing how LaMelo just diced up my Raptors like, what, an hour ago, and how he's performed for the last 2 weeks, I just have to give it to LaMelo again.
The impact LaMelo has, not only as a rookie, but since he's been in the starting lineup, has truly been incredible. In the games he played these last 2 weeks, he averaged almost 21 points, just above 6 rebounds and 8 assists per game, while also averaging a little above 1.5 steals per game, shooting 52% from the field and an amazing 60% from 3 on almost 6 attempts per game.
And now let's move on to the Western Conference, where my Rookie of the Weeks is Desmond Bane of the Grizzlies. He was inserted into the starting lineup, and he has provided some great scoring and is another reliable option for Ja Morant to work with. In the 5 games he played, he averaged almost 12 points, a little above 5.5 rebounds a game, also getting above a steal a game as well, shooting 56% from the field and 50% from 3 on about 4 attempts per game. Now moving on to the final part of the video, we have the conference standings. So as I said, it's been 2 weeks now with a little break in between, but let's see how each team's moved in each conference. They moved up, if they moved down, or if they just stayed in the same rank they were before. Let me know how your team did these last 2 weeks in the comments below. Well, that wraps us up, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. That has been week 11 and week 12 in the NBA in a nutshell, more or less. So as I said before, I'm not sure what I'll do with week 13 as yet, but I think I'm leaning more into just combining it with week 14, kind of like how I did this video now. So look out for another 2-in-1 episode next week. No, next 2 weeks. Also, y'all can look out for my mid-season awards. That was actually supposed to go out last week, but some things with the editing, like I was halfway through and I just didn't really like how, what I was saying, what I was wearing, all kind of things I just didn't like about the video. So I just have that for you guys sometime later on this week. And also, I kind of filming it in a new way. So just let me know what you guys think, or if you want me to go back to how I was before, back up a bit. Just let me know, I'm trying something new. Change is good for everybody, I think. I hate change, but still. And don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend if you feel so inclined, and subscribe to this channel. More videos soon to come. And if you want some shorter reactions to NBA news or NFL news, make sure to go follow me on TikTok. That's still a very embarrassing sentence to say, but whatever. Take care, guys.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.